it's like school when they assigned books to me to read, so I'm really excited to be able to like start really getting into books and into reading seriously, just for like fun. So I did a bunch of research on some awesome books to purchase, and I got them. This is not sponsored, I wish it was, off of like thriftbooks.com. So these are used books, and you'll probably be able to see that here. They have a few dings. But yeah, I just wanted to like get into reading for cheap, so this is what I'm starting with. And just as a reminder to you guys, just as a reminder, I do have a Patreon that is only $3 a month for the base tier. So if you want to support me and support the channel and help out, I will become a patron today. Just click the first link in my description. And thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you liking, I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you all so much, and let's go ahead and get into the video. And the first book that we have here is Normal People by Sally Rooney. And this book specifically, I picked up because I've watched the series on Hulu. If you're not familiar, Sally Rooney, she writes a lot about like relationships and people, and this is an amazing series on Hulu. I've watched it twice now. I've like watched it once and it was so good, so I rewatched it again. So I am super excited to have picked this up and be able to read the book that it's based off of. So I'll give you guys a little summary for each book here. And I also really like the paperback tapping. You just have to be really careful not to make it sound too scratchy. So the summary for this one is Connell and Mary Ann grew up in the same small town, but the similarities end there. At school, Connell is popular and well liked, while Mary Ann is a loner. But when the two strike up conversation, awkward but electrifying, something life-changing begins. Normal People is the story of mutual fascination, friendship, and love. It takes us from that first conversation to the years beyond, in the company of two people who try to stay apart, but find that they can't. And, oh my god, I cannot rave about the show on this enough, so I feel like the book is going to be 10 times better, because that's what everybody always says, you know, the book was better. But yeah, so that is the first book in this haul. And then the other books that I actually have 2 more books by Sally Rooney. And the next one is Conversations with Friends. Conversations with Friends. And this one, they, after Normal People, I believe, I think maybe a year or 2 later, they made a series on Hulu based off of this book. So Conversations with Friends is also a TV show now, or like a limited series. And I have not seen this on Hulu yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the book and then I'm gonna watch the series. I don't know why I've been putting it off. I loved Normal People so much, but I just never got around to watching Conversations with Friends. So I'm really excited to give that a watch. And the summary for this book is Frances is a cool-headed and darkly observant young woman, vaguely pursuing a career in writing while studying in Dublin. Her best friend is the beautiful and endlessly self-possessed Bobby. At a local poetry performance one night, they meet a well-known photographer, and as the girls are then gradually drawn into her world, Frances is reluctantly impressed by the older woman's sophisticated home and handsome husband, Nick. But however amusing Frances and Nick's flirtation seems at first, it begins to give way to a strange and then painful intimacy. Written with gem-like precision and marked by a slight sense of humor, Conversations with Friends is wonderfully alive to the pleasures and dangers of youth and the messy edges of female friendship. I remember when the trailer for this one came out, and it was like So let me give you the summary on this one. I would love for them to make this one into a show because at least the little synopsis here, the little summary sounds really intriguing. Alice, a novelist, meets Felix, who works in a warehouse, and asks him if he'd like to travel to Rome with her. In Dublin, her best friend Eileen is getting over a breakup and slips back into flirting with Simon, a man she has known since childhood. Alice, Felix, Eileen, and Simon are still young, but life is catching up with them. They desire each other, they delude each other, they get together, they break apart, they have sex, they worry about sex, they worry about their friendships and the world they live in. Are they standing in the last lighted room before the darkness, bearing witness to something? Will they find a way to believe in a beautiful world? So it sounds really interesting. It just sounds kind of like a group of like four, I think it was four friends, who are just going through like, you know, typical relationship trouble and life trouble and hardships growing up and things like that. So, you know, that's right up my alley, kind of like young adult stories and stuff, and I can definitely relate with that. So this seems like a really interesting book, and that would be really awesome if they made this into a Hulu series as well, and I'm looking forward to reading this as well. And then we have, I feel like a lot of these books are really popular, but we have Where the Crawdads Sing. And as you can, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this was supposed to be in like very good condition, but there's like a whole entire fold down the middle on the cover. But yeah, other than that, it's fine. It's, the back is okay, it's just the front that has like this fold on it, which is a little disappointing. It makes me, if I want to collect books in the future, it makes me want to like buy the books brand new. But yeah, I'm just getting into reading again for now, so I have seen the movie of this as well. And what's funny is in the Normal People series on Hulu, and in this movie, the main female lead is played by Daisy Edgar-Jones, and I love Daisy Edgar-Jones. I have an obsession with Daisy Edgar-Jones. She is beautiful and so talented, so it was really awesome. Like, I think that's what lured me into watching this movie, was because I saw Daisy Edgar-Jones, and I'm like, okay, well, it has her in it, I gotta watch it. But yeah, if you're not familiar, I will read the little summary here. For years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. So in late 1969, when handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl. But Kaya is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in the gulls and lessons in the sand. Then the time comes when she yearns to be touched and loved. When two young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. So, if you've seen the movie, you'll kind of know what's going on here. But yeah, this is another one that I've already like seen the like movie or TV show adaptation, but I'm still really interested in reading the book, just to see like the differences. I think it's kind of interesting to read the book and then watch the movie or the TV show, but I think the opposite can be true as well. I think it's interesting to watch the movie adaptation or TV show adaptation and then read the book and kind of compare the two. So this one will be an exciting read as well. Next book that I picked up is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Odessa Moshfegh. I don't know, I'm so mispronouncing that probably. But this one, I had heard of this one from like years ago, and I recognized the cover, but I never actually like knew what it was about. I just remember people like raving about this book and like that people liked it. So this one here. So the shocking and strangely tender story of a young woman's efforts to duck the ills of the world with the help of one of the worst psychiatrists in the annals of literature lives in an apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, paid for, like the rest of her needs, by her inheritance. But there is a hole in her heart, and it isn't just the loss of her parents, or the way her Wall Street boyfriend treats her, or her sadomasochistic relationship with her best friend Reva. It's the year 2000. In a city aglitter with wealth and possibility, what could be so terribly wrong? Both tender and blackly funny, merciless and compassionate, my year of rest and relaxation is a wonderful answer to that question, and a showcase for the gifts of one of our major writers working at the height of her powers. So, I thought this one was really interesting. I love the cover as well. I'll show you guys if I can come up here. It might or might not focus. I think it's focusing for you guys. But yeah, I just really love the cover. I think it's really pretty. And this one just sounds like nothing that like I've read before or seen before, so I'm excited to give this one a read. And a lot of these have this. It's like this little flap right here that says it's the New York Times bestseller. So, you know, I picked up a bunch of popular ones, but I'm really excited. And then last but not least here, I just have one more book for this haul. And this one is a insanely popular one as well. So I just had to see like what all the talk was about. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I have not read a Colleen Hoover book yet, so I'm about to find out what everybody is talking about. I just had to pick this one up. I think it's one of her most popular books. But yeah, I think like there's a lot of people that it's like you either love or hate this one. So I just want to like give it a shot and see how her writing is and test it out. This one, the summary is, Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Kyle Kinnaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Also, I think I said Kyle, I think it says Ryle. I don't know anybody named Ryle, but okay. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do her thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. With this bold and deeply personal novel, Colleen Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It Ends With Us is an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. So, I don't know, I thought it like sounded interesting when I read the summary. So yeah, I'm going to give the Colleen Hoover's book a try here, and this is the last book of the haul here. If you guys want to see a like a book review after I read some of these, I would love to make a book review video. And if you guys could like this video and subscribe if you like the content, if you like the new background, if you like the book content. Everything's a little bit different today, but I appreciate your support, and thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me, and I will see you in my next video.